Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Javen back with another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video. Today I'm going to show you how to win Hardpoint games and how to improve Hardpoint in Black Ops 3. So before I get into the video, do me a huge favor, press that like button, and if you're new, subscribe to my channel and check out some other videos I have. Now, for this middle hardpoint right here, I've basically figured out the best thing to do is if you have no secondary attachment, switch to that, sit in the middle, prone. That's basically what I figured out. In that tower type of thing, there's a little place you can sit in there prone. That's what this guy's doing right here. Not this guy, there's a guy in the middle right there. But that's just the best thing I figured out to do. But before, I was doing this right here, and it's obviously not working very well. I keep dying. Now, any weapons that are pretty good for Hardpoint, it really depends on the map mostly. Skyjacked, I figured out. This is obviously what we're playing. We're playing Skyjacked. If you don't know, it's a remake from Black Ops 2. So, SMGs are usually pretty good if you're in the Hardpoint the entire time of the game. Assault rifles are not as good. That example right there, but that was just bad aim on my part. Yeah, SMGs are better for this particular map, and mostly any other maps where the hardpoint is really closed in, because, you know, SMGs just fire at extremely fast rate and kill people really quickly. I constantly get killed by VMPs and stuff in whatever game mode I play, and it's obviously the best because they kill so quickly right there. Now in a hardpoint, what you want to do, you kind of want to sit in a place where you can see people coming and people can run past you. Like right here, on my right, there's a door. They can run right through the door and not even know I'm there, because I'm just sitting here, and I can watch people that come in down through the stairs. So, and this door right here. So any perks you want to use are basically up to you, but you want to run one of the three, and the three would include tac mask, hardwired, and flak jacket. Obviously, because, you know, people throw grenades in there, they do all sorts of stuff. They'll throw smoke grenades, they'll throw flashbangs, concussions. They'll throw whatever's under the sun in there to try and gain control of the hardpoint. So you want to use one of those three. If you're going straight into a hardpoint, I'd recommend a combination of quick draw and fast hands. I suppose if you wanted to, you could put FMJ on your guns if you'd like to attempt to wallbang people. But do know, FMJ does not increase damage on your gun. It only increases damage through, like, walls and maybe the floor or the ceiling. That's what it increases. It's not damage on your gun for shooting people. Right there is a perfect example of why you should use VMP. The VMP, because it just melts through people. You can easily get those kills. Right here, I'm sitting in the hardpoint. You gotta basically pick and choose where you're gonna sit. Right here, it's kind of like a slope, so there's no really good spot to sit unless, like, right here. You can catch people coming down the stairs. You can catch that person coming through the door easily, and basically any other place. Now, odds are you're gonna have teammates, so they're gonna be sitting in other places. So it's gonna be easier for you to just have different lines of sight. Right there. Like right there, he didn't know I was in the corner. He was focused on that guy over there. Usually if you die, there's going to be another teammate in there holding down the hard point. So the best specialists I kind of figured out are, but hold up, right here's a good example of the prone middle hardpoint thing. Usually the person's going to think you're dead. I've sat on Nuketown beside a bus like this and no one shot me. So it works pretty good unless you got smart enemies. So back to the specialist. I figured out kinetic armor, war machine, purifier, and active camo are usually the best ones. You can use whatever you want, but these just kind of give you an edge. kinetic armor and active camo, they give you the advantage of breaking into the hardpoint and gaining control if there's a bunch of enemies around you. So that's what you can do. You can use those two. They give you kind of a, if you're losing, those would be better, but obviously you can't really tell if you're gonna lose the game before you start it. So the War Machine and the Purifier, you can just go in there, cause a bunch of chaos. You can shoot the bomb things through doors and stuff at different angles, and the Purifier, you can just run in there and burn stuff. That's just obvious. Now I would say a good hardpoint game would be 2 minutes or more in the hill. I get 2 minutes 37 seconds in this hill in the game, but I don't think it shows. Right there. Usually, like I said, multiple people in the hardpoint. I find for this particular one, this is the best spot, because he's gonna run in there. He doesn't know where I'm at. He just ran through the door. He's not gonna look down to the left where I am, depending on where he comes in at. They're gonna want to go in, kill people that they see straight ahead of them. So kill death ratio, I mean, if you're like 2 in 10, you're doing something wrong. Now that's why I said SMGs would be pretty good for this, especially when you're just sitting there. Speaking of me getting killed right there, you're gonna want to know where the enemy spawns are and the rotations on the map. That's just pretty much obvious. You gotta know the rotations, because whenever, say, since the enemies have control of the hardpoint right now, say it gets down to 5 seconds, I can just go ahead and head to the next hardpoint. Already have control of it, and they might not know where I'm at depending on where I'm sitting. So that's something you can do. You gotta know the rotations, and you wanna know the enemy spawns. Now if you don't know how to tell the enemy spawns, basically if you look on the mini-map and you see all of your team on one side of the map and usually nothing going on the other side, they're usually gonna spawn over there just because they're getting destroyed by your teammates on the other side. They're gonna flip the spawns and make them come from the other way. That's usually how it works. It takes a little bit to figure out for different maps. Obviously, when Infinite Warfare comes out and COD 4 Remastered, if you haven't played COD 4, you're gonna have to relearn those and learn it. So yeah, like I said, a good game, 2.5 minutes is pretty good. 2 to 2.5. Now if you're a really awesome person, you can get more than 3. See right there, this is why you want to sit in the corners, because they just run past you and don't even know where you're at. If you can and there's a bunch of enemies not near you, try to refrain from reloading as much. That brings me into attachments. Usually the sight, use whatever sight you want. I wouldn't recommend thermal, because that's just weird unless you're using like a sniper rifle. So yeah, SMGs, it's obvious. Unless you have good aim, don't challenge far away. Stay back, let someone else take it. Don't be greedy with the kills. What you want to do, you want to make sure that it's clear so you don't just run in there and die. So yeah, that's basically all I have for the video today. Once again, if you liked the video and you thought this was helpful, press the like button and subscribe if you're new. And as always, this was Javan. I will be back with another video tomorrow for